Broussard, Cultural Crossroads of Minden, Minden, Louisiana.
I feel that art benefits the kids is because of a personal experience that I had. When I was young, I had low self-esteem. I was making poor grades in school, had no idea who I was, where I was going to go. I ended up with an extraordinary English teacher that saw the talent in me and brought me out and nurtured that talent and told me how special I was. When you've never heard that, not even from your parents, it is life-changing, and it was just those simple words. And so when I got older and then I had my son, I wanted to give him that too. But I also realized that there were so many others that needed it too. And so the Children's Center, without my even realizing it, gave me the opportunity to give what was given to me. And that was the gift of having my creativity awakened and my desire for learning sparked. And so I think that's what does it for children. I think that's what happens to them. And I've seen it happen for them like it did for me. I was a marketing director for a bank, and my 5-year-old son was about to go to school. And I had to find a place for him to go after school. And that was a real struggle for me. And part of it was because all I could find was someone to pick him up and just put him in front of a television. I cashed in my life insurance policy, my savings account, and I opened up my own after-school enrichment program in downtown Minden. Our mission for the Children's Center was to provide children a place to be loved and nurtured, to have their spirits fed, and their individuality celebrated. Our main focus was to bring arts to children because Webster Parish for a long time and even currently have little or no arts in the schools.
For me, she did something very special. A couple of years ago, I was given an at-risk class, and I told her that they really needed something extra and that I had hoped that I could get some art in my classroom. She came every Friday, spent the afternoon with my class. She provided all the supplies and everything they needed, charged nothing. I honestly don't know what I would have done without her, but she made a huge difference with that class. It is something those children will never, ever forget.
I pitched the idea of Cultural Crossroads sponsoring a Spring Arts Festival whereby it would be focused on children and not just displaying their artwork, but actually bringing the arts to them, because at that time, the only children that were getting the arts were the ones that were attending the Children's Center. We started it downtown, and it was a real struggle because we had to work with City Hall and closing and blocking the streets and all that. So when we did get the property at the farm, it was just a natural evolution that we would move it from downtown to the farm. This last Spring Arts Festival was an amazing festival. We decided to use the Discover China as our theme, and it turned out that the Chinese Society of Shreveport found out about us, and they partnered with us, and all of them came over, and that farm was full of children with Chinese descent, from black to white to Hispanics. It was so amazing to see such diversity on that property. And I mean, there were several times we all just broke down and cried because it was like, this is what we want this place to be. Place where all children of all nationalities feel comfortable and free to be themselves and express themselves. And it was just an amazing event. I felt like that if they could feel what nature and what the arts can do for them spiritually and how it centers you, that I knew that we were giving them a gift not of just exposing them to the arts, but teaching them a way to balance themselves and balance their lives and feed their spirits, through creativity and through nature, and the farm does that. I would like to think that they would feel like that they are important and that they are special, and that they have something special to give, and that they'll give it in their time, their way, and hopefully they can then pass that on to the next generation, and that each one will have opened their eyes to this absolutely beautiful world that we have. And I would hope that art would do that for them.